I thought I was done for the day and I packed my camera up, but the Leafs made one last move. They've traded Nazem Kadri, my favorite player, along with Callie Rosen and a 2020 third-round pick to the Colorado Avalanche for Tyson Barrie, Alex Kerfoot, and a 2026 third-round pick. I really like this trade, except for the fact that it's Kadri. Kadri has been my favorite player since he became a full-time starter with the Leafs in 2013. That 2013 season where they made the playoffs for the first time in my memory as a Leafs fan, he was a huge part of that, and I fell in love with his play, and he's been my favorite player since then. And I got his jersey years ago. It was the first name jersey I ever got, and I know that there was a lot of controversy around him, especially in the playoffs the past 2 years, but I never stopped loving him and loving his play. And just the fact that he's gone, even though he's in a fantastic trade for this team, it really does hurt me. And him leaving this team really does end an era as, look at this real quick. I got this poster in 2013, and it's one by one, all these players have left, and Kadri was the last one to go. But that right there was the core of the team that made the 2013 playoffs for the Leafs, and the core of that team that finally made the playoff series. And now they're gone. All of them. And that's sad. But anyways, looking at what this trade means for the Leafs. Losing Kadri, yes, it hurts our forward depth, but I don't think it hurts our center depth. And that's because when Kadri was suspended in last year's playoffs, William Nylander started to play third line center. And one thing I noticed was Nylander looked really, really, really good as third line center. So I think moving Nylander to the middle will improve his game, and it probably improves the team's overall center depth, as Nylander is probably a better player in the middle than Kadri was. So arguably this team's center depth got bigger. The problem is you lose having Nylander on the wing, and that hurts the overall depth on the wings. However, the top six remains untouched, as last year Johnson and Captain were playing on Matthews' line, and Hyman and Martin were playing with Tavares, so Nylander was a third liner anyways. So moving him to the center doesn't affect the top six depth. And the lack of depth on the wing is where Alex Kerfoot comes in. He's an RFA, but at least re-sign him, probably for around Johnson or Captain money at $3 million, because his production pretty much matches those two productions over the past 2 seasons. He slots in on the left next to Nylander, and that's 2/3 of your third line. Just find someone else to slot in there. Could be a signing, could be a Nick Patan, Trevor Moore, just basically some do-bossy, small, skilled winger to slot in there, and you got a pretty solid third line. But the real major part of this trade is Tyson Barrie. Barrie does have a $5.5 million cap hit, but Colorado retained half of it. So the Leafs are getting a very, very good right-hand D, which they need, in Tyson Barrie for only a 2.75 against the cap. And that is absolutely incredible. And it makes this Leafs top 4 defense, if Gardner resigns, absolutely insane, with Riley, Barrie, Muzzin, and maybe Gardner if he resigns. And given the amount of salary just sipped out with Kadri, the odds of Gardner resigning do go up. Tyson Barrie is a pretty consistent 50-point defenseman, right-handed defenseman. A pairing of him and Riley, the puck-moving ability on that pairing would be absolutely insane, which is why I doubt that they're going to put them together. If they do, that's just an absolutely incredible pairing in terms of puck-moving ability. What I'm interested in is, with Kadri gone, you lose one of your forwards that were on the power play, and with Barrie coming in, you now have, again, if Gardner resigns, 4 defensemen who could play on the power play. So the Leafs may very well go back to a 2-defenseman power play. I mean, they have the skill on D to do it and the puck-moving ability on D to do it. So if anything, not playing 2 defensemen on the power play almost hinders your puck-moving ability on that power play. But with Barrie, this Leafs defense is starting to look really good. If Gardner resigns, it is absolutely incredible. I'm just upset that it cost us Kadri. And to Kadri, I wish him all the luck in Colorado. And with the way Leafs trades and player movements have been going recently, I would like to preemptively congratulate Colorado for winning the 2020 Stanley Cup, as When Kessel left, he won the Cup with Pittsburgh the next season, and then when Bozak left, he won the Cup with St. Louis the next season. So with the way these Leafs forwards who were critical to the 2013 run moving and going to other teams it looks like if the luck continues for Kadri, there might be a Stanley Cup going to Colorado next season. But with these moves, the Leafs, I think, are more favored over Colorado to win the Cup this year. So we'll see how next year goes. It's going to be a very interesting season. And for the Leafs, I think this group, at the very least, is going to be prone to less of an inconsistent regular season. I think they're going to be much more consistent during the regular season. They're going to be more competitive with Tampa for a first place in the Atlantic Division. And come playoff time, hopefully this team can at the very least get home ice advantage. They should be able to do that. They're just strong enough all around to do that right now with the Barrie movement. Again, if Gardner re-signs, this defense is really, really good. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you like it, hit like. If you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.